Okay, hopefully I'm live. Let's just check this. That link doesn't work. Try this one. That also doesn't work. Okay, good to know. Bear with me, I'm just attempting to get this set up. New setup, new computer. Why has everything got to be such a palaver when you get a new computer? Okay, that one looks good. Seems to be a little quiet. Sorry for anyone who's finding me a little quiet. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, both of them look to be live, just a little delayed, but my brain's delayed, so that's fine. So hopefully we're gonna say hi. If you're in, let me know you're watching. I am just going to post in my group that I'm live for anyone who hasn't spotted. If I can remember how to get the link. You think I'd know it by now, but I really don't. What's everyone been up to? I'm going to do some cross stitch today, so I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but we're going to work on some. We're probably going to work on this bit down here today. Hopefully that's posted in my group now. I'm really hoping the chat's going to be working today. I think I sorted out the issue last time, why Twitch wasn't showing. I think I had to put it to people who follow me only to stop the spammers, so if you don't follow me you can't chat on the live on Twitch. I think that's what the issue is, but I don't want to take the non-following off because people then start spamming me. So hopefully if you like the content you'll just like and follow and subscribe. I'm sorry I'm looking that way instead of at you. My screens are this side of me, which I need to look at when I'm editing stuff and seeing what I'm on. But I can't work out how to have everything all in front of me. It's just not possible with my setup. I've kind of had to do a little L-shaped thing to make it work. But we'll get there, won't we? You know, that's all that matters. I'm hoping the fans I got on aren't too noisy for you, but it's quite warm. Some of the stuff I use gets quite warm, so I'm trying to make sure it doesn't overheat. So I have 2 fans on, the main ceiling fan and a fan down next to my Vision Mixer stuff to keep it cool, because it seems to get very hot. But we will see. So, posted in YouTube, my YouTube group. But the question is, how did I share my live when I am on my Twitch? I think I found it. See if we can post that. I still don't wonder how to do it all before I go live. I don't know if there's a way to do it. Anyone who does this sort of thing, please let me know. Right. Hopefully that's me posted. I don't post in many places, just a couple of places, because I don't really have much to things. So I post in my Facebook group, my YouTube link, and then there's a Discord that I'm a member of who lets us share our stream stuff, Holly. So I post in that too. So I'm going to be using my glasses as usual because it helps me see. It's so much easier if I didn't have to wear proper glasses while doing this. But I need to be able to see. So I need them both. My eldest son's actually getting contact lenses so he can use these glasses while model painting without them getting in the way, because they do weigh down our other glasses and leave a mark. So they're not great, but they make seeing so much easier. Just need to get it adjusted right. I think maybe I put these on backwards. These fell out earlier and I just shoved them in, but I don't know if I put them in the right way. I'm not sure. They do. We're sort of good. I also want to show you something. I made a pumpkin. Am I looking here? This is my first ever needle felted project. 2 of my lovely friends, Ali and Kathy, got me this needle felting kit to make pumpkins because I love pumpkins. And this is the first one I made. And I'm quite impressed with it, to be fair, being my first ever one. Oh, hi Joe. Just seen your message. Said a little bit ago, didn't you? Sorry. I'm still working out this new setup. But I will get there. And I put my little thing too far away. Put my chart closer. Right. These glasses don't feel right today. I don't know what's going on. They just don't seem to be quite in the right place. Hoping you can hear me alright. I'm not sure on the level of the mic because I'm a bit further away than I normally am for it because of the new setup. But right, so we want to see what we got here. So I'm going to have to keep moving around to see it properly. And a line across. So we want dark brown, 4 strands. 4 strands of the dark brown. To put in the last 80 stitches in my god, you work so fast. Make sure you share a photo when you're done. If you want 4 strands, I can just do 2 and double it over. Right. Here, I think. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yes. There's only a few of this colour to start with. More of it elsewhere, but what am I doing? For half cross stitch, so. Hopefully this is good enough for you to see. You'll have to mind my nails, they're a bit of a mess because I broke multiple of them in the last few days. And the last week. Can you hear me alright, Joe? Ah, awesome. Playing with my mic settings, trying to make sure that it was all up alright, but I wasn't sure if it was. There's a couple more of this colour, just a couple down there, but I got more up here, so I think I might just do up there and worry about those ones later. If you can hear any noises, banging and things, the neighbours are having their thing done, so it's having their fence and garden done, so it's a bit bangy out there. So Neil and Charlie have gone to Egypt and you're at home? That doesn't sound fair. How come they get to go to Egypt and you're stuck at home? It's over 40 degrees. Oh yeah, no, yeah, home sounds much better. Yeah, I do not want that sort of heat. Yeah, I can see why you say at home. How do people cope in those temperatures? I'd love to know. It's insane. I don't cope in the 20 degrees we have. I'm hot enough today and I don't even know what the temperature is today. Yeah, Duncan loves the hot weather, so I think he'd be fine over there. But yeah, 20 is my kind of limit. Like on a really good day, I can handle 22, 23, but I have to be feeling well. Once it gets higher than that, I am not in a good way. Yeah, between 18 and 20 is the way I like it. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, in that last heat we had, I cut my hair off. Did not like it, so I cut it off. Let's see what this colour is. Oh, looks like it might be black. Oh, yeah, looks like there's a lot of black there. Okay. 4 strands of half cross stitch black. Seems to be a big chunk of black in this next bit. So it's a bit like that had a big chunk of black, and it doesn't look too bad once everything's on it. So when everything's surrounding it, it kind of balances out, doesn't it? Four strands, so I'm going to double it like that again. That's literally nice and quick. We're filling in this gap. The glasses might be a bit blurry. Might need a clean. Maybe that's why they're not feeling quite right. Really could do some music or something, but I don't have any copyright-free music I can play. Did you do anything nice for the bank holiday, Joe? I went to car boot sale. They always have this massive charity car boot sale once a year on the August bank holiday. And so we go along every time we can. We didn't make it last year because I was doing a show myself. But I got a whole bunch of new puzzles which I've popped up on my Instagram. I was hoping to get some new board games as well, but they didn't really have much. We managed to get Forbidden Desert, and I got Scribble Scramble. But that was it. They really didn't have much in the way of games, which was a shame. I did manage to buy a repeat though, one of the puzzles I already had, which I didn't realise I'd already got. So I need to keep a better list of what ones I have. But I figure at least this way, if I lose a piece, I've got spare now, so that's handy. Give these a little wipe, see if that'll help me see better. Yeah, I do enjoy a good car boot sale, to be fair, but we don't get to many of them, but we always make sure we can get to this one if I'm not doing a wall event, because it's just such a good one. It's in a big field, but we managed to get my wheelchair to go around the whole thing. There was one bit that was just so bumpy that even people walking were tripping over, that we had to push the chair and I had to use my sticks. But otherwise, I was able to use my wheelchair the whole way round, which was fabulous. But a chilled week sounds really good. I'm so tired. With the new setup, Duncan's upstairs so that I can go live more. And film more and do things, but it means I have to be out of bed before he starts work, because his office is now in our bedroom, and I don't do mornings well, so I'm very, very tired. But I'm sure I'll get used to it eventually. It's just taking me a little longer than I hoped to get used to it. I had the added problem today. I had it all planned out how I was going to set this up to do the lives when I'm working on these. I had to basically do a 180 on it because I realised the way I'd set it up meant that the chat would be behind me and I wouldn't see it. It's in a good place when I'm doing something on my desk, but it's not in a good place when I'm doing something on the table. So I had to switch it around, which means I've got some leads hanging over. But I think I've managed to keep them all out of the camera, so that's good. My mic's being used as a lead prop as well. Don't know how long I'm going to be on the live today. Depends on how much I can cope with doing this. I haven't actually done any more on this since I did my live, what was it, 10 days ago or something? I can't quite remember now. Because I just haven't had a chance. I've dyed yarn this morning, but I didn't record it this time. Because not a lot of people watched the last one, so I'm guessing it's not something people are particularly interested in. Or I just didn't do an interesting dye colour for them, I'm not sure. Because the last few dye videos I've done that people asked me to do, they've not had many views on. When I did the time-lapse version and when I did the real-time version, neither of them seemed to have got much traction. I need something to chat to you guys about, but I actually don't have much to chat about. I think when it comes to doing these half cross stitches, I am much faster. When it's doing the proper cross stitch, that definitely takes me a lot longer. Because I know a lot of people like do a bunch of half and then work back the other way and more efficiently, whereas I do one at a time basically. But I feel like I'm getting faster with these half cross stitch ones. I think what's holding me up most at the moment is the counted part of it, because obviously this is the first one I've done where the picture's not been on the thing, so it's been a learning curve, but I'm enjoying it. But yeah, the progress is getting there. I mean, there's a lot to go, but I wasn't planning on getting this finished this year. This is a whole year, maybe 2-year project, so I'm not worried about getting it finished by a certain deadline. Just enjoying it, you know. And once I've done this one, I already have the next one planned, whenever that will be. Yeah, exactly, Joe. This is the thing. People can join in at any point they like, and just start stitching along with us, which I think is really cool. Because as much as I enjoyed doing those little monthly challenges last year, when people were so busy, it was hard for people to enter. Whereas this is just such a long and open-ended project, people will be able to join in if and when they can, which I think will be much more fun. And I know that there's been some people stitching along with me by watching the videos on demand, and sharing their images with me we've had one join the group so she could share. She shared her image on my business page yesterday because she wasn't able to find the group, but I've tagged her in the group now, so hopefully she'll be able to find it and we'll be able to see her stuff in there as well now, which is really cool. And I know Kathy was working on a stitch along. She hasn't had much time either, but I think she's still taking part when she can, so that's nice. And I need some more black. This piece was a little short to do it all. Yeah, I might go live and do some more on this during the week, but I don't know. I'm also working on, I've got it here, a basic wrist warmer pattern. What I do is I make the object in plain stockinette to get my stitch count and sizing correct. This is what I've done with my sock patterns as well, and then I use those stitch counts to come up with lace, cable, texture, whatever pattern to put into it. So that's the plain version, and I'm going to hope to use the same lace pattern that I used on the sock pattern I recently done, so that you can have matching socks and wrist warmers, and eventually there will be a hat and a scarf and a cowl and all that sort of stuff to go with it. So I'm really trying to concentrate on doing my own patterns this year. I have so many in note form that I've just not got around to writing up properly. So now I'm testing them all again, because some of them I wrote a long time ago, so I've got to recheck my notes. And then, so I might end up working more on some of the wrist warmers during the week. Or I might end up making another pumpkin, or 2, or 3, or 4, because that was really good fun, and I want to make some more. And I got loads and loads of fibre in that pack, so I can make a bunch more. Yeah, I didn't do any knitting for a really long time. And then I decided that I wanted to do some again, so I knitted myself a pair of socks. But I didn't like the pattern, the fit wasn't correct. So I started from scratch and made myself a pair of socks using my own measurements. And then that kind of led into me making a whole bunch of socks, working out measurements for various sizes for like Duncan and things. And now I'm doing it on wrist warmers as well. Because I often find a lot of the ones that I find online are just not quite the right size. Because I have small feet. I am a size 2 to 3, but I'm also a chunky person. So I need to allow for that. And the same with my hands. I have reasonably small hands, but they are a little on the chunkier side. So I rewrite my patterns to have a better fit, and I like a real snug fit, not a loose baggy fit. Baggy clothes irritates me, so I need it to be a tight fit, unless it's like a flowy item of clothing, then that's good. But something that's literally designed to be a baggy fit just annoys the hell out of me. So I don't wear those sort of things. Did one too many. But Duncan hadn't knit for 10 years or so, and he agreed to help test my sock pattern. and now he's on his second pair of socks. So he's actually really got into it at the moment, which is really quite nice. So it means I can have him test knit a bunch of my patterns. I do need to put proper call out for test knitters, but I can't afford to pay people, so I feel guilty asking anyone else to do it, whereas Duncan doesn't mind. The only time you'll ever see me running is if it's the zombie apocalypse. So I always say, if you see me running, you know we're screwed. I don't run. Duncan always said for years that he wasn't a crafty person, he wasn't artistic, it just wasn't his thing. But then I've convinced him to try because I really needed some help when I had a lot of orders. And he actually really got into it. And it got to the point that he actually made a good chunk of my wrist warmers and my face scrubbies and all that. A good chunk of them were made by him for sale because I just didn't have time to do them all myself. So he's been a bit of a lifesaver. But he's now doing woodwork. He's wood turning all my crochet hooks. I actually have some with me. Let me show you them. One of these doesn't have the hook in yet. Let's see, that one. If you can see that. Put them on that the little camera. Let's switch to the big camera a minute. There we go, switch to there. So yeah, just use the 2.9. It's the zoom in thing. It's a action camera and it won't go away. But yeah, so there's the resin ones you can see from that side. And then I turn around. You can see he's finished the ash ones, but he's still working on the sapele ones. That will all be filled up, and we actually have some more bigger ones that side that are on a different block because they didn't fit on this block. But yeah, Duncan's been working hard getting them all done. So yeah, he's really got into his crafty stuff because he's really been enjoying them. We had to post off some today for a customer that were custom resin colour versus hook size, because the ones I make basic work in a rainbow on the sizes up. Let's switch back. There we go. And then that's so much quicker to switch back to now. But yeah, so we posted off some custom size and colour combos today. But he's starting to get a lot of orders in for them, so he's doing really well. We had to replace almost the entire stock because we sold almost every one in the summer wool show. So we've got the southern wool show coming up 7th and 8th of September, so he's been working hard to get it all done. He's got a hernia up coming. Oh yeah, he's going to have to slow down, isn't he? He's not going to be able to run for a while after that. Ooh, that sounds painful. Yeah, maybe you can get him to craft then, because he goes to, I should think he'd probably start going so crazy being stuck indoors while he recovers. Yeah, the hooks are gorgeous, aren't they? Duncan's done such an amazing job on them. I'm so happy with them. So I look forward to his other ones. He's got some other designs and that coming up at some point. But it's just a matter of finding the time to do them. Some Yeah, I bet he is dreading the downtime. That's the thing, when you're active, having to stop and sit down and do nothing, or lay down depending on what the problem is, for a while, it's genuinely hard work. I was an incredibly active person before I got sick, and learning to sit down and rest and know that it's okay not to be doing something all the time is a hell of a challenge. And I don't think people quite understand how hard it can be just to sit and do nothing. Everyone thinks it's so easy to do, but actually if you're an active person, it's really hard. That's why I started my crafts in the first place, because I couldn't stand sitting around doing nothing. I managed to get this in a knot. Duncan was always going to do some running. He wanted to do park life and things, but he had problems with his knees, and he had physio on them, but it's never really sorted it out. So he hasn't been able to really take up the running. So now he just walks with me. I either go around in my wheelchair so that he can walk faster, because my walking pace is really, really slow. Or he'll walk really slow with me when I use my rollator for my exercise. But we both walk at very different paces, so it's a bit annoying for him to have to slow down for me, but I cannot keep up with him, so the only time he gets to do fast walking is if I'm in my wheelchair. Yeah, I should think with your arthritis it must be near on impossible to be very active, because that is painful as hell. I used to work out every day, and I held down 3 jobs and was doing college and taking care of the kids, so moving all the time, and I survived on like 2-3 hours sleep a day. In hindsight, that's probably part of what made me so sick. Whereas now, I only have 2 or 3 hours a day where I'm actually coherent enough to do anything. But I'm trying to be up and do more. It's hard, isn't it? People don't understand what it's like when you're a chronic pain sufferer, whether that's arthritis, fibro, whatever it might be. They're like, just get up and work out, you'll feel better. No, no we won't, we'll feel worse. There's a difference between making sure you don't seize up and doing a full-on workout and doing too much. And I think a lot of people don't realise there's such a massive difference between the two. Which is such a shame. I still hope that one day I'll be able to go back to doing my 5-mile walks. I was never like I never did like 15-20 mile walks. My walks were 3 to 5 miles. So I wasn't a super gym person. I wasn't a marathon runner or anything. But I was fit and healthy. And I dream one day I'll get back to that. But realistically, that's not going to happen, because I just keep getting more and more diagnoses. The FND diagnosis, the more I look into it, the more I think that therapy might be able to help with that, but because it's kind of a cross between a mental and a physical illness, that one. But even if I'd cured the FND, I'd still have the fibre and the ME, so it's not something I can just say, yep, I'm done and I'm all sorted again, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, it's a massive balance, and it's always such a massive balancing act. And I expect you know well, sometimes we don't get that balance right. I'm hoping your new medicine's helping you a bit. Missed a couple down there. I was just going in a straight line. That should be reasonably easy just to pull across and do it, 'cause it's not too far away. Back of this is such a mess, but I don't really care. Can't wait until I start outlining these fishes so we can see them so much better. Part of me wants to do it straight away, but nope, I should wait until I've at least finished that area, because there's still some edges around the fish that haven't been filled in yet. And I should be sensible, because I've been told that it's better to finish this before you do that. I will listen to the experts, because I don't know enough. put my watch into cinnamon mode because every time I lift my hand up, it lights up. It looks to be the last of the black in that section. There's more up here, but I want to concentrate on this area. Coming along, isn't it? Need to grab my bigger drink. Need a new water bowl, so Duncan got me this ginormous thing. Holds a litre, which is heavy, but means that I don't have to change my drinks so often, which is really good. But it makes a horrible noise. Yeah, I actually do still do diamond painting. You can't see it, but literally to my left just here is a whole bunch of them hung up waiting for me to do. Let me I can lift it off. Can you see that? We got a whole bunch hung waiting for me to do them. Which I'm hoping to do some on alive at some point. I can hang this back up now. There you go. Yeah, I'm hoping to do some of them on the live at some point. Not just do this, so that I can have a little bit of break. And now that I've got a table that I can leave set up to do crafting on, so I haven't taken it down. It'll be easier to do them, because some of the ones that I was doing I had to keep folding them away, and that was a bit of a pain in the arse trying to get all the diamonds back out and that. I'll be able to leave them out until I finish it on those ones. Yeah, I went a little mad at one point. I've actually gave a bunch of them away because I actually had double copies of some of them. But I'm determined to use those ones before I buy any more. So I have to get those ones done at some point so that I can buy some new ones. Because I'm trying not to buy more craft supplies in until I've used up what I've got and then just replace. Because I've got a reasonable balance of stuff at the moment. My beads I've still got to work away through some of them. But I'm now trying to keep a healthier balance of what I'm using and what's kept in stash for it. So now I have to use at least one thing before I buy in something else, which is why I made so many socks recently, so that I could buy more sock yarn when I do my next Southern Wool Show. And the same with the fibre, I've been spinning that so that I can then buy more fibre. It's a nice balance, you know, you've got to keep a good balance, haven't you? Right. Where do we get to? There's a little tiny gap there, I don't know if you can see, but it's just for two hearts that don't seem to have anything else near it. yeah, but it goes there and then it jumps all the way over here. So I don't know what to do about those ones just yet. I might leave them to nearer when I'm working on this bit, and then I can just jump over there just before I finish it to put them on or something. I think that's going to be best. So I think what I'm probably going to do is start doing here, which is the next fish. So I'll do the fish which comes in here, and then I'll fill in the little gaps around it. I think that's going to be my best bet. There's still a couple of drops in here that's a different colour that's not part of the fish, but they go with colour that's up here, so I'll leave them until I'm doing those bits as well, I think, and literally just work on the fish here. So find a symbol. So one thing I don't like about this is that they use the same symbol but in a different colour for it, so you have to make sure you're getting the correct colour for the symbol. So yellow. So yeah, that's quite nice. We've just done a bunch of black, and now we're going to get to work on a nice pretty yellow. Yeah, your stitch along's got bigger quantities of the creature, hasn't it? You know, because you've got all of the words are escaping me right now, but you know the bit you've been working on, the spidey bits. So it's going to take a little while for yours to take shape, whereas mine, because it's just little fish dotted around, I think it's quicker for mine to start showing some kind of shape. Though the background parts and the leafing still look like blobs, I think, at the moment, but it's getting there. Right, what did we want for this one? We want 3 strands, and we're doing cross stitch. So 1, 2, 3. Where are we? One day I might be able to do this without making sure I don't pull it through the bottom back, but not for a while yet. That's a real good start. Starting in the wrong place. Try that again, shall we? Well, over here. This is where we want to start. Did you watch that La Brea? Me and Duncan finally got round to watching the end of it recently. I mean, I'm glad they finished it off the way they did, but it was kind of anticlimactic. I've clearly forgotten how I stitched because I tried to do that the wrong way around. Do it again. End coming through. That was clever. Right. There we go. So La Brea basically was a group of people fell through a sinkhole into a portal that took them to 10,000 BC. And it's about their journey of trying to get back and discovering who's involved in time travel and where some of them are really from. And it was a good show. We enjoyed it, but yeah, the ending, it was just a little anticlimactic. I don't want to say too much because obviously if you do watch it, I don't want to give it away. It was still a good ending, but I think there's a few things that could have been given a little more detail on. Yeah, I think it's on Paramount. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus. It's called La Brea. If you can see that. Is that upside down? Should it be that way? I have no idea which way is the right way. But yeah, it was a thoroughly good show. There's only 3 seasons, and season 3 is only 6 episodes. I think what they did is they did 2 seasons and then realised they needed to kind of finish off the season, finish off the story, so just did 6 episodes to finish it off. I don't know why it was such a small season for season 3. I'm guessing they literally just said that they had to finish it off because it didn't do so well or something. I don't know, but yeah, I enjoyed watching it. And it's interesting, but yeah, the ending could have done with a little more info, but it was still good. Me and Duncan have been also watching the 100. We started watching that, but we never got it finished, so we've started again and we're working our way through that. And then also The Handmaid's Tale, which is something we hadn't watched, but we've seen so many people rave about it. We thought we'd give it a go, and actually we're quite enjoying that too. Interested to see where that goes, because obviously I'm quite far behind at this point. I think we've got to season 2, I think. And I think we're on season 5 of the 100. doing that wrong again, aren't I? I'm going in and have the cross going the wrong direction. Definitely gonna have to work out a better way to. No calls. How's he doing? Is he having a good holiday? In that horrendous heat. Almost did one too many again. Just 5. Just noticed I did wrong again. Should have left a gap 2 and done one there, so I must have done one too many. I don't really care. I'm in a bit of a headache, so it might be that I'm just reading it wrong now. It don't matter. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to find a way to wear these magnifying glasses without my actual glasses on, I think, because pressure from holding it up, pushing down on my glasses, is definitely what's triggering the headache every time I use these. alright, Joe. I don't know whether you heard me saying I've been watching with Duncan the 100 and Handmaid's Tale. We'd originally watched the 100 first couple of seasons, but then we didn't get through watching the rest, so we started again and we're rewatching that. I think we're about season 5 on that, and we never got around to watching the Handmaid's Tale. But everyone said how good it was. We started watching that, and I think we're on season 2. But that's coming along quite good, so we're quite enjoying that. So we've just been trying to rewatch older shows that we never got around to finishing or watching in the first place. Which means we're probably getting a little behind on some newer shows, but we recently got rid of our Netflix and our Disney Plus. So we have less to watch, so it means we've been able to catch up on stuff we never really got to watch before, which is quite nice. Does mean I never got to see Bridgerton though. Yeah, I don't know why we never finished the 100. I think it might have been that it was on a service that we lost access to. I can't remember, but we decided to start watching that one again. And The Handmaid's Tale, I don't know why we never actually started watching that, but I think we're glad we are. I think it's dragging on a little, but not enough that I want to stop watching it. I still want to know what's happening and what's going on. It's an interesting concept of what women will put up with to survive, which I think is quite interesting, especially in the current climate and things. So it's good. I'm interested to see how it's going to go. Oh, I love Stargate. We must get back to watching that ourselves, actually. We do have it on DVD, the whole lot, because it's one of the things me and Duncan do thoroughly enjoy. So, we probably will get back. We did start trying to watch all of the Star Treks from the very beginning, but I forgot just how bad Kirk was. I definitely prefer the later seasons of Star Trek, with Picard and Janeway, and then Deep Space Nine and all those sort of ones. This original it was a slog, so we haven't actually gone back to it at the moment. I think they went too far with Stargate, though. They should have stopped a couple of seasons earlier than they did. But that's the same with most shows like Friends and Charmed. It really should have stopped a few seasons beforehand. I'm actually going to have to stop that there because my head's really starting to hurt having that on there. Oh, just really pushes down on my nose and really triggers the headaches, the migraines in that area. But I got a little bit done, and I might try to do a bit more tomorrow. But it's not too bad, is it? Not as much as I would have liked done today, but I mean, it's been about an hour 17, so I'm probably not doing it for at least an hour. So we've got some black and some yellow done. At least we've started the outline of the fish. This is the top part of the fish, this yellow. So it's gonna follow around into there. It goes down slightly more and then curves up, so that there's a little bit in there that's all ocean, and then it kind of curves down and around here before coming back up and having a little triangle there. So it's going to be a reasonable size. It's slightly bigger than these two fish we've done because it's coming more down here. So it's one of the bigger fish in this area. So it's really interesting getting that done. But there's a lot of colours dotted around. So I'm going to have to be really careful with my count to make sure I get that right, I think. But yeah, I'm happy with it. You know, an hour, it's not bad. Let's switch cameras. There we go. Hello again. There's a conservatory behind me, so I've just pulled the curtain across because it's a bit of a mess. I can't actually see when I'm looking in this to see that you can see me, but I'm assuming you can. I have a very red face because I'm very hot, even though there's a fan running there and a fan running down here on the Vision mixer. None of them are actually on me, so as you can see, it's a very red face. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how much I've got done today. I think I might go back to knitting, but I didn't. That's sat over there, so I might end up doing all of the pumpkin because I really did enjoy doing that pumpkin, and I'm going to make a bunch of them. That pack says you can make approximately 30 small ones. They say about 30 golf ball sizes. Is that about a golf ball size? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've looked at golf balls. It did say you could make one almost life-size one, but why make one when you can make many? Because I mean, this is just so cute. And I love pumpkins. I mean, Halloween and autumn is my favourite time of year. But recently, I've started using pumpkin to tell Duncan when I've had enough and I'm just too tired. Because it's like Cinderella's carriage. You know, it has enough at midnight and it turns back to a pumpkin. It just kind of like, ugh, it becomes a vegetable. And that's what I use as a term when I'm very tired and I've done too much and I need to leave somewhere and just say I'm pumpkined, and he knows to take me home because I can't do anything else for the day. So I actually got that off of another TikToker who uses it to explain to her friends when she's too tired, and I thought it was a great idea because having a word that just describes how I am when I'm struggling with words when I'm really tired anyway is really good. And I love pumpkins anyway, so it's kind of perfect. But I'm really happy with how this one came out. I'm hoping do that way, innit? Hoping I knock out a bunch more. Probably around the same sort of size, I don't know, we'll see. The kit's supposed to have came with some curly whirly bits to go on it too. Some curly locks, but it didn't have them in there. But I've got a bunch of that. I think it's over there in the coopy hole, so I can just dye up some green to do that. But I don't think it needs it anyway. I think it looks quite pretty without it. And I don't know if I'm using the right size needles. I had a bunch of different needles. I don't know how you tell which ones are the fine and which ones are the coarse. They're just in a tube. I bought them years ago, so I'm just using anyone I fancy that works, and it works. That's what matters, isn't it? And for my first ever project, I think it's not a bad project for my first ever needle felting. Because I've only ever needle felted the insides of pom-poms to stop the fur coming out. But I think I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do a lot more, and then I'm just going to have them all over the house. Next time Kathy and Ali come, they're just going to see pumpkins everywhere. Oh, no worries. Thank you for joining me for our little stitch along. Hopefully I'll do some more in the week, but I'll see how I'm feeling. But have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon, hopefully. Well, online, obviously, not in real life. But you take care, Joe. And I don't know if I'm going to carry on. I think I'm probably going to shut off now myself. So thank you for those who are watching, even if you've just lurked and not spoken. Don't think I missed any chats anywhere. Just double check. Nope, don't think I missed anyone. So I can see there are people watching on Twitch, but it doesn't look like anyone's chatted. I may try to turn off the block I've got on the chat, but I don't know. We'll see. But thank you for coming along, and I will see you all soon. You all take care. Bye.